Welcome to week 20 of Beloved Blackness. I'm Dr. B. I'm a little casual today because I'm about to go get my exercise on, but I could not conclude the week without our Beloved Blackness offering for this week. So last week I talked about ethos, right? Set of guiding principles, where I talked about survival of the tribe. Today I'm going to talk about worldview, which is our comprehensive ideas about order. And sometimes people use the term worldview, like African-centered psychologists will use the term worldview as kind of like a catch-all term when they're talking about cultural perspectives. But how Dr. Nobles is talking about it is one of the aspects that we're talking about in terms of that middle layer of culture. So remember, manifestations, aspects, and factors. So we've covered the factors: cosmology, ontology, axiology, and epistemology. And so now we're in factors, where last week we talked about ethos. Now we're talking about worldview, comprehensive way in which we see order. And so from an African worldview, the idea is cooperation. So if you think of ethos as survival of the tribe, do you remember I said all these are kind of interconnected a few weeks back? So it would make sense that the worldview, in terms of comprehensive way of viewing order, would be cooperation. If we're trying to make sure that the tribe survives, that it'd be important to cooperate and to work with one another. And that includes working with all the different people within the tribe, including the elders, those who are middle-aged, those who are young adults, those who are children. And so to have some cooperation with even all those different layers within the tribe is really important too. So I'm sure you can think of times in your life where you've seen family kick in a way, where in a cooperative way, to be able to aid the movement of that family or even the community at large. So I can think about times in terms of, like, within the Black community we have what's called fictive kinships, where people will often ask, are they your sister? That's your brother? And yeah, they feel like they're your sister or brother, even if they're like an extended family, like a cousin, because in our community, we cooperate with one another. If you have a family member who's needing you to watch their child and you live in the area, then you're more likely to feel comfortable saying, yeah, drop off so-and-so by the house, right? And to be available in that way. And vice versa, for the person who needs the help to also, they'll maybe part of their corporation is they'll come bring you some food because you know, watching their kid, or they'll offer to do the same the next time you need to go to the doctor's appointment. So this worldview of cooperation you can find in so many different ways, implicitly and explicitly, within the African American community. And so I want you to think over the next week, what are some ways that you've seen the worldview of the corporation being demonstrated through an African-centered worldview and within your own family line? And then what are some ways that you'd like to express that more within your own current family system and community relationships? All right, until next week.